Practical English 8, Lesson 3, Listening. A Mingchuan graduate's negotiating experience. Enid Tsai, executive vice president of a renowned technology firm, graduated from Mingchuan in 1980. She is being interviewed about her views on successful negotiating. After you listen to the interview, check about which topics below are very important, not very important, or not even discussed. Good day, Ms. Tsai. Thanks for sharing your thoughts today about effective modern negotiating.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Well, first of all, how important is it to be polite when negotiating?
To begin with, courtesy is a basic, fundamental aspect of negotiating. Because it is so obviously important, it is not necessary to discuss much about it in detail. Treating your counterpart politely with respect is a must in business.
So, politeness is a must. Why is that?
Well, it's important when you have to negotiate that you really stay polite because you have to make your counterpart feel comfortable. For example, when a customer first comes in here, they haven't really relaxed just yet. So, first, I will arrange for someone to get them some coffee or another drink and provide a comfortable, relaxed environment. What type of drink or food you offer is usually not very crucial, but overall, courtesy is essential and the first step in negotiating face-to-face.
Okay, that's the first step. What's next?
Secondly, I will let you know that I'm not really a buyer or seller. I'm a friend. Develop a relationship. If you want to be more effective in negotiating for expensive industrial equipment, you need to negotiate face-to-face, not by email. You don't just say, I want the best price. You have to consider product services and maintenance, or help in the future. Good negotiating means developing trusted relations so that your counterpart might offer spare parts, etc.
Okay, so the second step is to encourage your counterpart to view you as a friend, not just as a counterpart. Why not just use email? It's cheaper than an airplane ticket, right?
If you just negotiate by email or fax, it's difficult to develop any relationship. You can't talk about extra benefits such as spare parts, materials, connections to solve other problems. So, email is not as meaningful compared to face-to-face negotiating.
So, with face-to-face negotiating, you can discuss many other things than just the product or service alone.
Yes, and that is very significant. Spare parts and repair services cost thousands or millions of dollars each year.
Okay, I see. Can you describe an example of how you make your customer your friend?
Sure. For me, I like to compare my customers' appearance to my own friends, and I tell them that. If a customer looks like my elementary classmate, I tell them so. Since they look like my friend, I persuade them that we also have a special relationship or friendship. When our relations seem to like two friends, negotiations are viewed much more as long-term decisions to help each other.
Now, is this style of negotiating true with both Asian and Western business people?
No, actually with Westerners it's a little different. With Japanese, Korean, and Thai business people, no problem. Business is all about developing long-term relations.
How are negotiations with Westerners different?
Well, Western business people visit Asia with one purpose, usually to get an agreement on one thing only. Seldom are there relations among people focused on building friendships with real people in a company. Usually, they have a very clear goal to achieve when they come to negotiate, and they tend to be very direct about their expectations.
So, Westerners are very direct. Now, for you as a Taiwanese businesswoman, is that good or bad?
Well, neither. When we negotiate with Western business people, we can also be more direct about what we really want at the negotiating table. With different cultures, we need to use a different strategy to get a win-win deal. But Generally speaking, we still try to develop friendship with Westerners because this does influence top Western business leaders.
Okay, so let me summarize. The first step of successful face-to-face negotiating, to you, is to treat the customers well with courtesy. Be polite first, right? And then the second step is to try to develop a friendship with your customers, right?
Exactly. Now, the third step is to read your counterpart's body language and see firsthand their reaction to your proposal. If your proposal is too expensive or too cheap, their body language will often reveal their feelings about it. After noticing their body language, you can adjust your proposal, plan, or price to increase your opportunity for a win-win deal.
When you say body language, what exactly do you mean?
Well, this means their body is communicating with you without words. When your customer's face is full of disbelief or disappointment about our proposal, we know that we need to make changes quickly. Since we are face to face and we can see these reactions and expressions on a person's face, we can quickly adjust our plan or prices to increase our chances of a win-win deal. If our customer's expression is very excited or overly delighted about our proposal, we quickly realize that our plan was way too good.
So your customer's reaction in front of you is very important to make sure you get a good deal.
Yes. Finally, step 4 is an attitude. Be patient, especially if you are the customer. If you are in a hurry, this is a weakness. You don't want to show that you need to rush. If your counterpart thinks that you can wait and choose other companies, they will promise you more or offer you more in negotiating. They don't want you to say no. You need time to negotiate a good price. So, even if you need to hurry, you cannot afford to show this impatience. You must make them think that they really need to give you their best price.
Let me see if I'm following you. Showing that you have little time is a weakness in negotiating. Am I right?
Patience is crucial for getting the best deal.
All right. Well, thanks, Enid, for sharing with us your strategies in negotiating.
Sure, it was my pleasure.